Lost. Yes.
Cowabunga, baby.
Fuck! Look at this. So I apologize, boss. I can't tie my tie because my elbow's broken, but I finally showed back up today.
Dude, you look solid. Maybe we'll fly out there sometime and help you tie your tie.
I'm still learning. I want to learn the Alba special tie. It's like not a double Windsor knot, something special. So all right, guys, we have another show, another hour, a lot of entertainment. Jake, I heard you post. Heard you. Can you hear a post?
Oh, yeah.
If a post happens on social and no one's around to see it, can you hear it? In any case, we've got you had a challenge, right? You said, hey, if anyone sends you a lead, you're gonna call them.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to throw that out there. I don't know if we have any folks that want to hear Jake make a random call. I guess what we would need there is what? You need the actual like person, their title, their company, like their website, and like the offer, or what's your idea there?
Nick doesn't need anything. He just needs a number.
Yep. Just give me a phone number and I'll close the deal.
On what?
Doesn't matter on anything.
Give him the number and give him the product and he'll sell it.
That's what I'm saying. You have to have like a, hey, it's this person with this thing, right? That's right.
I don't have to. I can.
Oh, well, we know this. There's a little private chat over here, guys. Sandler will keep anyone on the line for about 20 to 30 minutes talking about God knows what. Well, hold on a second. Well, what about this? What about that? Look, I'm not sure if this is going to be worth it, but why don't I recommend this? Why don't I recommend this? How about I send you a survey?
That's what you said last time. We booked the first call, first dial.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. So I don't know what that means, but if somebody wants to see Jake close a call. Now, the difference is if you just have a random number, good luck for that person picking up. But maybe it's about who you be, right? So that's the only challenge here. Right? That's the only challenge I see.
All right. Jake will absolutely figure out what to sell them during the call. Why? Because Jake is a pain finding machine. He's going to ask questions, find some pain points, and then based on that, he's going to go a little deeper. Kyle, what product do you sell? You sell for a tech company?
Kyle is a student of the game. Kyle, you want to chat your story? But I'm going to give a little heads up. Actually, we should get Kyle on the show at some point. I want to put Kyle for Alba about the sales machine. This guy reached out a couple months ago to learn about what we're doing. Brand new go-to-market for a robotics company. He sells robots to restaurants. Robots that like serve you, right? Trying to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, Kyle's the man.
He's DM'd in the last month, I think. And how many deals have you closed? I think 2 deals using what he's learning right here, guys. Well, probably not here because you're,
Kyle, put it in the chat. Kyle, are you using what you're learning from Jake? Or are you using what Mr. Reishart is telling you? Go ahead and type that in the chat.
Funny thing is, Kyle and I actually met, and we are going to schedule another meeting and see what happens there. But yeah, his product's pretty cool. Think about like a robot taking your order and helping you with some of the things that I guess a human would do at a restaurant. It's actually pretty fascinating.
So there's a delay coming in here, but let's go ahead and display that, folks. What was that? How many deals watching who?
Dang it.
Oh,
Yes.
hold on. That deserves a little Bezos. Where's the cue on this one? Where's it at?
Yes.
All right, enough
Nailed
haggling.
it.
Enough haggling. Also keep in mind that during the show, are you guys dialing, or you just want to play?
We're listening. It's called being present.
It's old school stuff I don't really understand, guys. But remember, we have the Headset Advisor free headset giveaway. As you're here, make sure that you're learning and posting that towards the end. We'll put you on the spinner for the winner. Free headset.
Can you hear that music, Racer?
You know it. What kind of... Go Cougs!
Ryan Williams. Sorry, I am unavailable to
dang
take
it.
your call. Leave your name and your number.
What?
There's my diploma right there. Washington State University. Go Cougs.
I have one from the actually we won't talk about that.
This is a Coug right here too. You just realized that, Wyatt. There's a Coug gnome in the corner. You know. Go Cougs. It's good to know.
Where's your doctorate that you bought online, Ryan?
No, that was my Harvard. Don't you love those? Don't you love those Harvard online degrees that people post? Those are the best.
Dude.
Oh, look, Kyle's schooling you, Jake. It doesn't actually take the order. It runs the food.
Oh, it's a
Dude, I
difference.
knew that. I was employing a technique called the dummy curve so he could explain himself further. Duh.
Okay.
Everyone knows that, Ryan.
So, by the way, we have a new sponsor this week. If you haven't noticed, it's Dr. Pepper. Thank you, Dr. Pepper.
Woo-hoo.
I'm joking. I just needed some caffeine today, and I had a sandwich before this. So.
Try not to wake up at 3 a.m. talking to people around the world.
Thank you for calling Paul. This is Krista. How can I help you?
Krista, Greg's not floating around the office today, is he?
He's not. He hasn't been here this week.
Okay. I talked to him a few weeks ago. I guess he was going on vacation, but maybe he's on vacation again.
He actually works from home sometimes, and that's not in the state. So,
Okay.
if you have his cell phone number or his email address,
Let me
that's going to be
see.
your best bet to grab him.
Let me see if it's down right. I can't read my handwriting that well, but I got greg.altosky at your company, which I'm kind of scared to pronounce it. How do you say it?
Paul?
Okay, what about the second word?
USA?
Okay, I guess that's the email, but the website's called Pole Facades.
Facades, yeah.
Cool. So it looks like he gave me his email. I can't tell if I got his cell phone. You happen to have his cell phone number, do you?
Yeah, it's 503 702 8525.
Cool. Thanks so much.
No problem.
All right, we'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's call it.
Yeah, another example of Sandler just trying to sell to anyone, including gatekeepers. Let's see what's going on here, guys.
See, but there's a little technique there. Like, I don't know. What did Krista feel? Krista needed to rescue us, and just to get us off the phone. Here's his cell number. Call him.
Let's just remember. Somebody had called that person through that number and talked to the person. So if you just politely exit the call, move on to the next 1,000 other PRLs you have, You'll be able to have a conversation with somebody else.
Did we not get the cell phone number then?
Cells.
I did a great job. I'm just gonna say
Cells are dead. Cells are dead.
If he answers, we're awesome. If he didn't, we failed.
come on, my ego's on the line. Oh, shucks, kind of nervous.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up
All
yet.
right.
Please.
Oh, dang it.
So any feedback for me on that, guys?
Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing.
Yes. One more time. One more time.
Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing.
Kind of nervous. All right, this one's Jake. Actually, no, this one's still mine.
Billing office, this is Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie Thomas, I presume?
Yeah.
Perfect. Hey, Stephanie. Dan Bigelow, Sandler Training.
Hi.
Not sure if that name sounds familiar.
It doesn't.
I wasn't sure if it would. Can I briefly explain why I called Stephanie, and you let me know if it even makes sense to talk?
Okay.
So I'm a business owner here in Salt Lake. Looking you guys up on your website here. Looks like are you the business owner of the company?
I am.
Okay, well, that's probably why we reached out. We've worked with a lot of companies in your industry, specifically in training and consulting. I was just curious, are you doing most of the business development yourself, Stephanie, or do you have a team that's doing that all for you?
We're a very small company, so we don't honestly do a whole lot. It's just word of mouth.
You're just so good. They're like, hey, call Steph. She'll run all your coding and billing. And do you do it?
Doctors just talk about billing, so they just get our name from other physicians that need services. So
Awesome. Well, that's why you're successful. You do a good job, and then people say, "Hey, we need more." You got to connect to Stephanie. Well, that's partly why I called Stephanie. Are you looking to grow your team, or are you looking to kind of keep it small, but just make it more profitable?
no, we're good where we're at. We're happy with the amount of clients we've got in our team, so I think we're good.
Cool. Well, last question for you, Stephanie. I mean, are you really not looking for any more clients, or are you guys in a position to take on even just a few more clients?
We're actually not looking to take on any additional clients. We actually just let go of a few clients recently.
Cool. Was that your decision or someone else's?
It was my decision.
Good job, Steph. They were probably the headache clients. Well, last question. I don't want to put a square peg in a round hole here. The main reason we're calling is some of the business owners we work with, they are working too many hours and they're sick of, putting in all the effort and not really seeing as much of the return they want. Would any of this even be worth a short 5-minute, 10-minute phone call sometime next week, Stephanie?
No, I think we're good, but thank you so much for calling.
Cool. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Okay, have a good day.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Cowbunga, baby.
Let me reenact Dan.
Nailed it.
All right, so let's talk about what I did wrong there. There's a couple things I did wrong. When I looked her up, I couldn't see her title, and I have a lot of excuses. So I'm going to just skip those excuses and say, you know what? You win or you learn, guys. I learned.
Thanks, live it. What was it? What's it say? You think, live, and learn, and then you get loves. Oh, that is Dan. Square peg. That was the first time. That was the first time that line failed for you, by the way.
That was the first time what?
I think that's the first time that's failed for you. Every time you use square peg round hole,
The meaning's booked.
normally that's the just like the hammer said, that's the penetrator. It just hammers it home.
Your call is being forwarded to a My voicemail system.
David Smith.
Is not available. Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Let's go ahead and call a cell. Let's dig a little deeper.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Let's just go ahead and keep skipping, Jake.
Thank you
No
for
big deal.
calling Mount.
This is Jake. This is Jake.
For the parts department, please press 1. For the service department, please press 2. Or to speak to an operator, press 0 or stay on the line.
There we go. It's Alpha time. Yeah.
Mount West Tech Center.
Yeah, I may have pushed the wrong button here. I was trying to connect with David.
Which David? And I'll transfer you.
David Smith.
Let me go ahead. It's 727, so let me transfer.
Thanks.
Great technique. Great dummy curve. Dude.
Hello?
Hey, this is David.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Hey, David, it's Jake Alba with Sandler Training.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Not sure if that name sounds familiar or not.
It doesn't, unfortunately. Where are you calling from?
Sandler Training.
No, I can't say that I remember.
Okay, no worries. One of my colleagues actually had reached out, and so maybe there was a disconnect there, but they had mentioned they were going to send over a little survey. Is that helping to jog the memory at all?
About what? A survey about what?
In regard to sounds like maybe
Still don't get where you're coming from, but
yeah, no worries. I guess okay if I briefly explain why on earth we're even reaching out to you, and then you can determine whether or not it's worth us having a conversation.
what is it regarding?
So yeah, we actually work with a lot of successful business owners. And, when they reach out to me, they're telling me a couple of things. One of the big ones is, hey, we're frustrated that maybe we're not getting in front of enough of the right people. Another thing we hear quite often when they reach out is, hey, maybe we are getting in front of the right people, but we're just not closing those deals fast enough or translating that into
So
revenue.
you're trying to sell a service then?
Yeah, I'm not trying to sell you anything right now. I'm just trying to see if it's worth a conversation.
But ultimately, that's the purpose of the call, though, is to establish a relationship to later sell me a service, correct?
Potentially, yeah, but
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. Have a good day, sir.
so you're not interested in having a conversation?
Let's go ahead and get the electric fence.
I actually,
What could I have done better than
James, I added a new one. I added a new one for the dummy curve. We can start using this for the dummy curve.
Let's see it.
Hold on. The audio didn't work. Did that work for you?
No, but it looked awesome.
There's an old saying in Texas, in Tennessee. Well, it's in Texas, so I'm sure it's in Tennessee. Well, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me can't be fooled again.
Oh, we got to get that audio working.
Can't be fooled again. Anyway, doesn't work. Anyway, you want my feedback on that?
Yeah, and I had a question.
I think that, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Go ahead. You had a question?
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, so obviously these are activated leads, and so Do you think they're just like, I guess, lying? Or
Breast automation and controls. This is Lexi. How can I help you?
Lexi, Steph's not in the office, is she?
No.
Dang it.
Sorry about that. I can send you to her voicemail if you'd like.
Can you forward me to her cell?
Let's see. Yep, just give me 1 second.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
Wow, that was loud.
Hello.
Hey, is this Stephanie?
Yes.
Stephanie, Dan Bigelow, Sandler Training.
From where?
From Sandler Training. I don't know if that name sounds familiar.
No.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if it would. Stephanie, can I briefly explain why I called, and then you let me know if it even makes sense to talk?
Okay.
So I am a business owner here in Salt Lake, and I was looking up your company here on your website. We've done a lot of work with companies very similar to yours, specifically in the areas of training and consulting. And I was just looking you guys up. Do you do most of the business development yourself, Stephanie, or do you have a sales team that does it?
Are you talking about breast automation and control?
Yeah.
We have a sales team.
Okay. And are they just hitting out of the park, or do they kind of suck?
As far as what? I don't know. I don't understand what you're asking.
Sorry.
I guess.
Well, let me briefly explain. Some of the business owners that I work with that are similar to you, they reach out to me and they tell me things like, "We've got a great company."
Well,
great.
first of all, I'm not a business owner. I don't own the company. I work in accounting. I'm an accountant, so I'm not the owner. I'm not sure why you know where that came from, but we have a group of sales people, and we work for a bunch of manufacturing reps, so we sell their product.
Perfect. Well, this is kind of awkward here, Stephanie. Maybe you can still help me out. We basically work with sales teams, small or big. We help them with more appointments, shortening sales cycles, and you guys are in a very niche market. Who would be the best person for us to talk to about improving the results of the sales team so you don't have such a nightmare in the accounting side?
You probably want to reach out to our sales manager, and that's Riley Frazier.
Okay. And what's the best number to reach her at?
It's he, for one, and I would probably just call the direct number 566-7878 and ask if you could speak with Riley or get an appointment with him. He handles our sales teams and their sales training.
Cool. I'll reach out to him, and then and if they end up doing something, maybe it'll ease up some of the accounting burden you're kind of dealing with.
Okay.
Perfect. Thanks, Steph.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, this time it's gonna.
See, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee. They says, "Fool me once, shame on you." If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Dude, that's epic.
That's hard. All right, we're going back in.
So,
First of all,
her title's president. Don't judge.
Breast automation and controls. This is Lexi. How can I help you?
Lexi, Riley's not floating around over there, is he?
He is in the office. I can send you to his phone if you'd like.
That would be perfect. I accidentally asked for Stephanie and I met Riley. I feel so awkward.
You're totally fine.
Hi, this is Riley Fraser at Rust Automation and Control. I'm unable to answer my phone right now, but if you leave your name and with a brief message, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
At the tone, please record your message. When
Are
you
we
finish,
doing this?
you may hang
Doing this
up
voice
or
marketing?
press 1 for more options.
Hey, Riley. Dan Bigelow. Looks like I got your voicemail. Call me. Actually, I'll be out and about. Call me on my cell, 801-201-4781. Little technique there. My phone's going to ring in about 15 minutes. Sorry about all that.
So for those who are tuning in,
Good, pick up the phone and start dialing.
when you watch the episode, it's basically the opposite of my morning show. So that's what I like.
LLC. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You may dial 0 to reach the operator.
But what I like about this is that,
You know,
just like in math, there's lots of ways to solve the problem. But just like in math, there's some people that know how to solve it a little bit faster and more intelligently than others, and that's okay. It's okay, but there's lots of ways to get there.
This is Sherry. Yeah.
Sherry, Michael Bain's not floating around the office today, is he?
He is not. He is out meeting with people. I take a message or help you out with something?
We connected a while back. So we do training and consulting, and he asked us to reach back out to him. You don't happen to have his cell number, do you?
I don't have that right with me.
Yeah. Let me see if you
Let
get
me. Who are you with?
with Sandler.
Sandler. Okay. Oh, with Sandler Training?
It sounds like you know us.
I do. We did some training with you guys. Oh, it's been a couple of years now.
Sherry, I actually might remember you. Were you the person that kind of like does everyone's jobs, and then because you're so good, they give you more jobs?
Yes, that would be me. That would be me.
I remember, I think it was 3 years ago that you and I crossed paths. You came to a workshop.
Yeah, it was about that long ago.
Are you still helping out on the sales side, or are you mostly in operations?
Yes.
Both. See, I knew it. You're wearing all the hats again, Sherry.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Well, maybe you tell me what you'd recommend here. One would be, is Michael even open to the idea of training, consulting, improving, revenue, setting more appointments, or is you don't really care about that kind of stuff?
Well, a couple of the things that I looked at that you guys offered, it seemed like it was more for sales reps. Is that correct? Or do you guys, I know that one of the classes that I took was about hiring people, and that was helpful for me.
It sounds like it didn't work, though, if you're still doing everyone's job, Sherry.
Well, there's that whole thing of finances and everything.
Totally.
And
so I guess there's 4 buckets. One's in the area of scaling companies. How do we build the processes and systems? And I know that's something we kind of talked about 3 years back. But the other one is more account management, customer care. And then the third one is more business development. And so, I mean,
Do you guys do any type of consulting? Come in and do kind of like an overview of the business. And I know Mike had this done years ago with somebody, but he couldn't remember who it was. But ever since then, he took their advice, and now we're here. But now it seems like we need to take a step further.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, it's funny you bring that up. So the answer is yes. And I mean, is that something that you can authorize, or does Michael have to sign off on everything?
No, I can definitely authorize it. I am, like you said, I'm the one that holds out all the cards and all the hats. So no, that would definitely be something I can authorize. Yeah, we're trying to find somebody to do that. And of course, with everything going on, it's kind of like the afterthought of, oh yeah, we need to do that. And that's usually at 9:00 at night.
And then we do it all again the next day, and it's Groundhog's Day.
Pretty much.
So we have kind of a preliminary assessment that we do. And I mean, you came as a guest once about a workshop on hiring, but we do have a preliminary assessment we do. It's $1,000, but it's basically high level, the company's planning, their people, their processes with sort of metrics. And we benchmark and assess a few of the leaders. I guess Michael's running sales, but what other hats does he wear?
He also does the estimating, and he does a little bit of the blueprint layout, and then right now that's about it. He does with the blueprints and design of some of the products and programs.
Okay. So there's kind of you running the show.
I guess he's also moving. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
He's also moving into and that's, I don't know if we had this when I was at it was in 2019 we started the second business, but it's just taken off in the last 2 years. And so he's doing a lot more in that area as well, as far as he's out in the field doing some installations and some programming and things like that.
Okay.
Along with everything else.
Well, here's a couple ideas. How many executive leaders are there?
Right now, 3.
Okay. So what I would suggest is we assess each of the leaders from a competency and behavior standpoint, but then we also assess their perspective of the company, where some of the blind spots are. We have a couple simple surveys. And so what that looks like is we send you an invoice for that X-ray, the business assessment. We have each of the leaders take the assessment. We assess the individual leaders, but then we also compile each of the leaders' feedback when we build you guys a report that says, here's are the blind spots to scaling your company. And think of it kind of like a blueprint to building your house. If you like it, then we can scale into other things and say, okay, well, if you want to work on these things, here's a couple ways we can do that.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's, I guess my suggestion, Sherry, would be let's take a baby step and have you guys do that assessment. And then we can basically take an X-ray of the whole organization.
Okay. That actually sounds really good. That sounds like something that we've needed for a while. And like I said, we've been talking about it, but we just haven't gotten around to doing it. So let me just double check with Mike and make sure that this is something that he wants to do and go with this way. And can you, let's see here, what's today, Wednesday? How about you call back on Friday or Monday and we'll get something set up.
That sounds great. Let me pick a time Monday. And maybe we do a discovery with you and Michael and see, hey, what else is going on here? If we met, would Monday at 2:15 work?
No, he has got a meeting. He's got a meeting from 1 o'clock until like 4 o'clock on Monday.
Okay, what if we did 12:15?
So, 12:15 will probably work.
Okay. So should we plan on just you and me meeting briefly, or should we get Michael there too?
I'd like him to be there.
Yeah, same. Let's do this. I'll send you a basic assessment just to get a little bit of perspective. I'll send that to you and
Okay.
Michael. Let's run a kind of a conversation. If at the end of the conversation we're not the right resource, let us know. If you like kind of a high level overview, then the next step would be to do that X-ray assessment, that $1,000 assessment we talked about, and then we can come back with a consulting plan for the whole organization.
Okay, that sounds perfect.
What's the best email for you?
My email is sh.
So I'm going to send you 2 simple assessments. Most of them will be kind of on the operations side, and then I'll send it to Michael too, and then I'll send you both that calendar invite. So can you make sure to fill out that survey I'll send you though before our meeting so I can just be prepared?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, it was great catching up with you, Sherry. Small world,
Yes.
and I thought I recognized the
Yes,
name. Well, let's see if we can get you out of wearing doing everyone's job because you're being an A player, and now it's kind of turning into a detriment for you.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yes, it's been a little stressful. So, all right.
Perfect. Well, I'll see you
perfect.
Monday, 12:15 over Zoom, and we'll see Michael there as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Sherry. See you.
Bye-bye.
Yes! That's awesome!
Dan bagging again. Hey, Dan, instead of talking about the call, I did want to highlight your haircut because you've turned your hair a couple times. Can we see look at that.
I got Jake's haircut.
Business in the front, business in the front, party in the back. That's what's going on here. Is that the new look at Sandler, Utah?
Dude, let me just say a couple things. One is if we would have got the credit card right there and then, it was kind of there. I was almost forcing it, but that would have been like a full court basketball shot. But we'll take the appointment.
Yeah, I remember when I used to put my my wife on the call list as well. Give her a call and say, "Hey, my boss is listening to the call recording. I want to make sure it sounds really good."
Amazing.
So before we get into the next dial, Jake got cut off asking a question about activated leads earlier. What was your question?
So I was trying to ask if they were activated or phone ready.
They're activated, but we're approaching them as if they're phone ready.
Right. Well, the problem with you guys calling your leads now is they've been sitting there stale for like a month. So that's not an activated lead anymore. Right. Just like a phone ready lead can die out and dwindle, decay. Someone could leave the job or whatever, right? If you wait too long. The purpose of an activated lead is it's like the idea is you're creating a better version of an MQL, in my opinion, right? Because like many MQLs, they go to your website and they might visit some materials and they get this score saying, "Oh my goodness, they went to 5 pages and they viewed this content for a period of time. They got a score of 100. That's an MQL. You got to call them." Well, that person was on your website. You call them. They probably don't pick up the phone. You can't reach them. Or if you do, they're like, junior interns or something. They're not the exact people. On the flip side, a phone ready lead that's turned into an activated lead is one, except for you guys, because you call barbers and stuff, and accountants. But if you were calling the business owners of the people you want to do business with, and it's just them on the list, then the first thing that's valuable here is it's only the business owners. That's who you're calling. You just want to call the vetoes, right? The very important people, not just anyone that's going to be on your website. The second piece is, well, they didn't get on your website, so there's a difference there. They're at a different stage of awareness. They did listen to what you had to say, and they say, that sounds interesting enough for you to get me there. So you're trying to activate them, hence activated lead, with that conversation. The value of that means immediate follow-up, though. You need to call them like the next day as they're coming in, right? Talked to me yesterday. You spoke to my colleague. You expressed some information. Bam, right? Still top of mind. You're not going to remember what happened 3, 4, 5 weeks ago.
Call
Right?
has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Exactly, Ryan.
Just like you wouldn't remember a website visitor last month. Like no one's going to remember that. Like you're not going to remember that. The difference is it's speed to lead. You got to speed to lead. So it's not, if you guys are calling activated leads right now, you're just calling PRL pluses in a term of like, we know they're picker uppers because that's why this connect rate is probably, what is it right now? Like 50%, something like that today, 40, 50%.
This is Randy Jones with Get-Go Defense.
What is it?
Yeah, the connect rate, I think it's about 50%, 40%.
It's maybe not, maybe it's like 30, 40% right now, but you've double PRL'd them. These are people that have picked up at least 2 times. They picked up in validation plus they picked up in activation. So that's really all you're doing right now is just calling phone rate leads again because they're not going to remember that initial pitch at this stage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was like the one that a real activated lead was like that one. I don't know what happened with that one, but that lady that you called and she literally apologized to you. She's like, "Oh my God, I haven't responded yet, Jake."
Yeah.
That's an activated lead. There's still awareness. I spoke to someone. Yes, I was interested. And now you're calling me. You see that? That's an activated lead. Time is going to kill that product. You have to have people calling on it right away in order for that to work out.
That makes
Just
sense.
like it'd be like trying to recall people who visited your website in the past, but even people who sign up for trials. I do these campaigns for Phone Burner. Did one earlier this week. These are people that went through their sales process, and you call from Phone Burner like, who, what is this about? And they went through the whole trial. They did a trial of the product. Like literally, they were in the trial. There's analytics on that. What is this about? Oh, yeah, no, I'm good, man. Right? Same thing. Like, so you think it's about speed to lead. You gotta hit that up there.
That's the logistics side of it, but it's also Jake's technique on the dummy curve. You didn't get my email? They're like, no, what's it regarding? So they're pulling him into the dialogue.
Hello.
Hey, is this Dennis?
Yes, it is.
Dennis, it's Jake Alba, Sandler Training.
Jake, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jake Alba with Sandler Training.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not sure if that name sounds familiar.
No, and you kind of caught me at a bad time. I was hoping, can you give me a call next week? I'm out of town and I'm just about ready to go to Fenway Park here.
Oh yeah, it sounds like you're having more fun than me. But when would be a good time next week to follow up?
No, the same time next week, Wednesday.
So Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday or Thursday? No, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, today is Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't even know what day it is.
So would it be okay if I sent a reminder to you for us to connect next Wednesday about 3:30? Okay. So I'll send a calendar invite with a Zoom link, and the email that I have is the dkhill@altahotelgroups.com. Is that the best email?
That's correct.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and send that invite over to you now for us to connect next week at 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay.
Yes, that'd be fine.
Okay. I'll send that over to you here shortly.
Okay.
Thanks, Dan. Enjoy your vacation. Bye.
Get him a hell yes.
Yes.
So we're towards the end here. Maybe one more connect, guys. For those who are still in here, look at that. Kyle Sutton meetings while he's watching. Headset giveaway. So share your, what is it, Dan? How do you like this? Share your learnings. Get on the spinner for the winner. What'd you learn today?
Share, listen, learn. Insight, takeaway, lesson learned.
Can I participate to do? It's like opposite day. Do the opposite of what these guys are doing today, and you'd be in good shape. Oh boy.
This is the Digital Ranch. This was a message, and we'll call you back. If you have an IT support.
Oh boy.
Stressful, you know.
Benchmark title, this is Bailey.
Bailey, Brian's not in the office today, is he?
Yes, he is.
Can you let him know Dan Bigelow's on the line?
Yeah, for sure. Give me just 1 second.
This might be a guy that rejected us, but I didn't disposition it correctly. So I'm ready for.
Okay, did you send me that link? Good.
Yeah, I sent it to myself. I'll forward it to you.
Roger. Sherry already accepted our invite.
Nice job, Wyatt.
Wyatt, that's one of the one things I take away from these guys. I love that line. One of the one things I take away from
That's the only thing Ryan's ever taken from us.
That's the only compliment Ryan's ever given us.
I'm also a big fan of the pause, the album pause. And I try to
Brian, how can I help you?
Hey, Brian, Dan Bigelow, Sandler Training.
Hi.
Hey, not sure if that name sounds familiar.
No.
I wasn't sure if it would. Brian, can I briefly explain why I called, and then you let me know if it makes sense for us to talk?
Okay.
So I'm a CEO of a training and consulting firm here in Salt Lake. I work with a few title companies. We help in two areas, helping the companies scale and then helping them generate new revenue. I work with a few companies one in Vegas and one in Phoenix, and I just looked you guys up. You guys aren't looking to take on new clients right now, are you?
Oh, we always are.
Okay. Are you doing most of the business development yourself, or do you have a team that's doing that for you?
Well, I had a guy that was helping me with that, and he got dementia, and it's been about 5 months.
Oh, man.
He hasn't been here, so he had to retire because of that, basically. So,
I'm sorry to hear that. That's a hard thing to go through.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just you out there, kicking the bushes and turning up business.
Yeah, we're just kind of working with the people we have at this current point,
Okay. Well, that's why I called. A lot of the companies I work with, they're structured pretty similar size as you. And, when the owners call me, they tell me, hey, they're wearing too many hats. They need to find the right A players to bring on to help drive business. Others tell me, things overall are going good on operations. It's just maybe they're not dialed in as much as they should. And because of that, maybe revenue's fallen between the cracks. And then lastly, some of the owners I talk to, they're kind of looking at their next move of how do they exit or how do they find the next leaders to kind of run it so they can go get the boat out of the garage and have a little more fun. I guess for you, Brian, what would you say is your top, 1 or 2 challenges you're trying to figure out?
Oh, geez. Probably bringing, the biggest challenge we've had in the last 12 months is we went from a exclusive refi market to an exclusive purchase market. And, developing probably new realtor business is one of our things we need to work on. And then it's just challenging. All deals are hard these days, harder than it used to be.
Absolutely, and I've heard that not unusual. When you say challenging more than it used to be, why do you say that?
Oh, I think just some of the new rules and some of the ways that we do business relative to the way we did it 20, 25 years ago.
Absolutely, and
it just makes it hard.
Yeah, Lots of new rules, and the market's a lot more competitive now than it used to be a few years ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, can I make a suggestion, Brian?
Yeah, go for it.
My suggestion is you and I carve out some time on the calendar, maybe sometime next week. I put together a simple survey, outlines different challenges leaders like you have on one, scaling their company, or two, scaling from a business development standpoint, or getting new clients. And my suggestion would be you and I block out some time on the calendar. I send you these two surveys. If something's important, mark it down. If it's not important, we skip it, and then we meet and see if there's any common ground, if there's what you guys drive more revenue.
Yeah, I'm going to be a little challenged over the next week or two, just because I'm going to be in and out a little bit.
Well, hopefully you're doing some
family things going on.
There we go, family. Well, as long as it's family or vacation, then we're good with it. What are your thoughts if we met first or second week of June?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
I just found out that my mom's got a brain tumor, so we're dealing with that right now, and she's in the hospital, and so she's going to go to long-term care, and there's just a bunch of stuff going on right now that I can't really commit to right now.
Yeah, you got a lot going on. I definitely don't want to be one more thing that you're dealing with, Brian. Well, here's my, I guess one way we could do this is we put this on the calendar, and if it just doesn't work, we have you cancel the meeting. Don't feel bad about it. So we could just put it on the calendar, and we'll just say it's tentative, and if nothing's bogging up your schedule, we'll meet, and if it's just a bad time, we'll push it out a few weeks.
Okay. About the first week of June, not the first, second, or third, but after that.
Okay, so do you like Monday better or Tuesday better?
Tuesday. I hate Monday all the time.
Let's say we did Tuesday, 2 p.m. Mountain.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. I'll do that. And then are you okay to take, maybe 10 minutes and fill out these two surveys I'll send you sometime in the next 2.5, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, perfect. And then I'll just send you a calendar invite. And again, appreciate your time, Brian. Good luck with all these moving parts. This funny thing we call life. It throws a lot of curveballs at you.
Definitely.
Well, thanks again. Yeah, appreciate your time, Brian. I'll see you on the 7th, 2 p.m.
Okay, you got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes! That's awesome!
Dan, as much grief that I give you, you command the call pretty well, brother.
Dude, I needed that. Thank you.
I think it's the haircut.
Dude, I tried to look like Jake. Jake, can you show the audience members your shoes?
I cannot.
Dude.
They have to earn that privilege, Dan. You know that.
Jake, just take off your shoe and show them your shoe. Please, for the sake of...
Do you guys have Do you guys have HR over there? Because that's... Oh, it's twinning. Are you guys twinning today?
I got Jake's shoes, his shirt, and his tie.
I love it.
Simulation.
Twinning. All right. So we got the spinner. I got it up here. We'll let it go. And then we'll land the plane here. Thank you all for tuning in. Share my screen. Where's this at? Can you see this bad boy? Yep. With all the ads and stuff. We need to get our own spinner. Shh. Put anyone who's commenting, even if they didn't share learnings. Let's see what goes on.
Kyle M.
Did you guys hear the music? Kyle M. Mm-hmm. Kyle M. Hit me up on DM and hey, that rhymes. Kyle M on the DM, and you'll get your free headset. If you are tuning in either live or on demand and you're like, man, I didn't win a headset, but I could really use some headsets, then you should go to Headset Advisor and use the code YALA at checkout.
YALA.
YALA at checkout gets you a buy one, get one like the
Good
old
job,
school,
Kyle.
like the old school. What was that shoe shop?
Payless shoe stores.
Yes. So it'll get you the BOGO. So everyone, thank you for tuning in. Dan, Jake, as always, really appreciate it. Next week, I want to get on some calls and mix it up a little bit. I think I'm gonna make some. We'll rotate through. I'm gonna make some PRL calls while you make the Sandler calls. Although I won't be sharing the other side of my calls like you guys do because I don't like doing that. But I would like to get some Sandler coaching on some stuff. See what you guys' thoughts are.
There's no way we would ever want any of our coaching.
And then I had an idea, and I'm going to do this live because I'm going to put this out there. There's these guys in the UK that think they're really good at cold calling, and they wanted to do like a country versus. Would you guys be interested in battling them?
We'll battle them any day.
Sandler, Utah, representing your country of USA.
Yeah,
Versus,
buddy.
I don't know what their name is, but they're an outbound sales force in the UK.
We're all in.
The former world power versus the former world power. See what I did there? Anyway,
Dude.
Okay.
We're
gonna land
location and time.
And yes,
The
there we go. Right a couple sales. There we go. So I'm gonna send that challenge out. Everyone who's tuning in, thank you for tuning in. If you like the show, we do this every Wednesday. Share it. Come back next time. Get your chance to win. And invite your friends. If you didn't like it, don't show up next time, and don't tell anybody. That's okay too. And if you're on the phones, I just want to leave everybody with one thing. You late on your cable bills. Maybe mortgage is a little bit late. You need to get some new shoes. You want to put away some money for your college fund.
Good, pick up the phone and start dialing.
All right. We'll talk.